Hey friends, welcome back. So I want to have a chat with you about why I think Tesla stock is due for a crash and it could be happening soon. So we had a couple earnings reports that sort of indicate that the consumer is weak. And remember, Tesla, you don't have to buy one. You got to have money to buy said things. And consumers are weak, not good for something like a company like Tesla. So first, Nike earnings came out and they said, hey guys, sales in China, not so great. Forecast for sales there, also not so great. Why does that matter? China is a really big part of Tesla sales, right? So if the consumer's weak over there, how do you think Tesla is going to do? And we're talking about Nike. Nike, they make great products, guys. I'm a fan of Nike, and sometimes people, hate on Nike. It's like, oh, go woke, go broke stuff. It's like, okay, so I guess all the people in China are woke, right? So that's what I was trying to say. Like, it's not always, just political things of why companies don't do well. It's economics. They just don't have money over there, and they're also thinking like, hey, maybe instead of 2 pairs of shoes this year, I'll just get one. That kind of thing, cutting back. The other issues too, as well. Nike was saying like maybe not even until like 2025 will they recover. I don't think that bodes well for Tesla. Here's another one. Walgreens and Nike stock went down like by 11% or something like that. Another one, Walgreens, their stock is down double digits also. Same kind of thing. They said, hey, consumers, as the American consumer, looks weak. They are actually price sensitive, and they shouldn't be. Now we're talking about Walgreens. Why shouldn't they be price sensitive? Well, imagine, guys, you need to buy insulin. It shouldn't matter, what the price of insulin is. You should buy it, right? So you should not be price sensitive for that kind of thing. Think about it this way as well. What about allergies, cold medicine, these kind of things? They shouldn't be price sensitive, and that's exactly what Walgreens has reported. Also, Walgreens was saying too that they have a lot of theft. Now, I don't think necessarily theft is a problem for Tesla, and you guys can let me know how easy they are to break into, stuff like that. So I don't think that's necessarily a thing. But for Walgreens to say consumers soft, Nike now says consumers soft. This is where I think Tesla is in trouble. They're going to report their earnings. I believe it's mid-July, so that's in a couple weeks from now. I expect some scary numbers, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll give them the fair. We'll see until numbers come here. Also, too, I don't think the Fed's going to cut anytime soon. That's my opinion. Maybe not until the end of the year. So I was just looking at average new car rates. If you want to get a car, for those of you who are borrowing, I think it's 5% is the low end, 15% is the high end. So you may have a lot of consumers out there that are getting like double-digit auto loans, which I think is absolutely crazy. My personal opinion, guys, is if you're going to buy a car, pay cash. You're talking about a depreciating asset. Don't go into debt to buy something that is, overpriced, generally speaking, and also too going to go down in value. And you're talking about something like a Tesla, where it's going to go down like on value quite a bit. EVs like really lose their value. Other reasons why I think Tesla stock has being set up for crash. When the pumpers get like really excited, it's like, oh guys, you're early, time to get in, because the stock has been going up the last, I think it hit like, was it price around like 179 or something like that, and then lately I think it's at 195. So it definitely has been gaining, guys. So I tell you the truth now, right? It has been going up. But the $200 level is probably going to be a ceiling for them. It's going to be at a trading range. And, people are worried about the consumer, right? Because we see the numbers. Also, too, there's some interesting numbers that just came out that said that Chinese brand cars are going to be 33% of the market. This Chinese brands. I think that's by 2030. So basically, a third of the world auto sales will be Chinese brands. And one thing that's really interesting, the predictor out, I just saw the report, was like in the home market, right? The Chinese market. Chinese brands will dominate. It'll be like 72% of the Chinese market will be Chinese brands. So, Tesla, and this is sort of part of the story you have to tell people on Wall Street, is that, hey guys, we're going to keep growing and we're going to be awesome, and put your money with us. And they remember they promised people like 50% growth, and that was earnings growth every year. I don't think that's happening anytime soon. So. Weaknesses and stuff like that. Another issue you got going on is you have possible trade war continuation. So you guys know Biden announced that they're going to have 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs. I think as of recording right now, Biden and Trump are debating, and I'm sure Trump will come out and say, vote for me, I'll be tougher on China, I'll give 200% tariffs. Now, the funny thing is, I don't know, joke's right word, but I'll just say, I stated that Trump would probably say that, he would give more tariffs on China than Biden, and he actually did. That was I think it was like 3 or 4 days after the tariffs were announced from the Biden people. So they'll probably debate not who's going to be tougher on China. Why am I mentioning the Tesla one? Because Tesla cars are actually made in China, and if the U.S. kicks this thing off, like, okay, cars made from China, etc., everyone's going to put tariffs on them. Canada was following suit with the Americans. Remember that? I told you guys about that. And right now, Tesla cars made in China get sold to Europe, and Europe is looking at raising tariffs also on the Chinese cars. And then it was actually really quite interesting. The Chinese then made cars are trying to negotiate with Europe of like, okay, how about this? Please don't raise tariffs on us, and we'll keep tariffs low on your cars. And you guys know the German car industry is pretty massive, right? So a lot of brands sell in China. But I think all these factors sort of leading to like, hey, weakness there. Here's another one. Rivian, they had their investor day today, right? So they just got that big investment of, it was like $1 billion from Volkswagen, right? So Volkswagen is essentially licensing their software. Somebody wrote in comments, you think that's a negative thing for Rivian? Like, why are you selling your IP? These kind of things. So the investor day, the Rivian needed to convince investors that they're going to be cutting costs enough to where they're going to be profitable, right? That's the story. It turns out, though, I guess not. I guess they're not going to be cutting enough. At least because the stock was down. Most was down. I think it was like 6%. It vacillated between 2 and 6%. The issue with Rivian is they're trying to make the argument case that, hey guys, by the end of that was the fourth quarter of 2024, we're going to be in a much better position. We'll cut the costs well enough, etc., and things are going to be awesome. So we'll see on that. My opinion on stuff, I've said all along, guys, don't put all your faith and trust in one particular person. That would be Lord Elon. I know a lot of the fanboys and fangirls think Elon knows best, but just the economic environment that we're talking about here, right? We're getting reports from other companies that the consumer is weak. So, where's the money going to come from for people who want to buy Teslas? Like, how are you going to cut rates when I just don't think it's happening? Moreover, guys, I mean, another report, we had a downgrade in the GDP. I think it was the forecast going forward or something like that was like 3% for the whole year. The forecast at the moment is 2.7% GDP, so we're slowing growth there. And actually, I want to show you guys this. We're just hanging out at the ocean here. I just walked down here. That's what it looks like right now this morning. Beach is closed. Oh no, why is the beach closed? Must be something going on here. Maybe it's weather. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just closed in the, yeah, see, it says beach closed. Don't be closed. But there's people at the beach there. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, that's what it is right now. Oh, you know what it is? Maybe it's not open until like a certain hour because I'm up to see the sunrise. It's really pretty here, guys, as you guys can see. And I always appreciate coming back for more and hanging out on the channel. I try my best to, take the news of what's going on and I put it all together and have it make sense for you. The other thing too is that people often ask me, hey Chris, when are you going to have buy and sell alerts and sell trading classes? Not planning to, not going to. Please stop asking. I just want to hang out with you and give you the best information that I can. Always be leery of people who promise you the wealth and riches and easy, and then you can just copy them / follow them. If you really want to do well in this world, and I think for those of you in the community, you understand my point of view on this, get used to understanding different opinions on the world, right? Understand, okay, this is the data, this is someone's opinion on said data, but like get used to hearing different versions of like, okay, this is a person's opinion, this is a person's opinion, this is a person's opinion. The more you get used to conversation about this stuff, you'll do much better. There's too many people out there that just only look at stuff that they want to see, ignore other stuff, right? Guys, look at everything that you possibly can. And that's what I try to do with you. That's why I talk about multiple companies all the time on this channel, and also to the macro. So you want to look at the micro and the macro together. So anyway, hope everything's going great in your neck of the woods. And hope everything's well with you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.